Okay, so y'all, have you ever noticed when you read about Thomas, right? How Thomas doubted. What really stuck out to me is not that he doubted, but that Jesus was purposeful in coming just for him, just to show him, right? We know, right? Well, I just read through the crucifixion story, as well as when Jesus was resurrected from the dead. And so, Thomas was like, because we know Thomas wasn't there with the other disciples when Jesus began to appearing to them. And so Thomas was like, nope, I'm not going to believe until I see it I need to see him and put my hands, touch him and make sure that it's him until that happens. So Thomas was making a bold statement, okay? He was just making a bold statement of, I'm not going to believe until I see. But here's where our God, he's just so genius because he doesn't allow that to stop his love. Because we see that he comes, I think it's the verse that 8 days later, this is in John chapter 20, that Jesus came 8 days later, okay, just so that Thomas could do exactly what he said that he wanted to do, right? See his hands, touch his side, Jesus's, just to touch and see Jesus. And Jesus allowed him to do that. But here's love, right? Love is always elevating you, right? And elevating your thought, right? Your thought process. And Jesus was like, you believe, right? Because you see, but blessed are those that believe that have not seen or do not see me, right? So he used that moment to bring, Thomas up higher, right, in his thinking about this journey of faith and trust in God, and that he is who he says he is. And we can really see that throughout the entire time that Jesus, was with the disciples. He was constantly bringing them back up, reminding them, right, of all the miracles that they saw. So this is what I love too. The Bible is not a storybook. This is real life people. Like you could probably picture yourself, or you know what I mean, maybe a friend of yours. You're like, oh yeah, my friend would have said that or I would have said that. So this helps us to know that this is not a storybook or a fiction book. This is accounts of real life people encountering a God that is alive and loves us beyond measure. So much so that he's like, I'm coming back just for you, Thomas, so you could touch me, handle me, see the scars in my hands, see all of the things. And and so that you could be, I can help you to come up higher, right? So just wanted to say that and just wanted to bless you with that and just pray over us that we'll continue to believe the Lord, right? That he's shown up in so many ways in our lives, right? So many encounters, so many testimonies, and that we'll continue to hold on to those, right? And not let it just go past and not let it slip. So you be blessed in Jesus' name. Amen.